Ancient China invented one, medieval Europe invented one, the Americas invented one, Australia invented one. These civilizations never met. They shared no language, no trade route, no common ancestor, and yet every single one of them drew the same creature, same scales, same wings, same fire. That is not mythology. That is a message, and it took scientists centuries to figure out what it was actually saying. Let's start with why nature never built one. Because it tried, harder than most people realize. Take fire first. Deep in the rainforests of South America lives a beetle, the bombardier beetle. When something threatens it, chemical chambers inside its abdomen mix two compounds together. The reaction superheats liquid to 212 degrees Fahrenheit, boiling point, and blasts it outward in rapid pulses, up to 70 times per second, aimed with surgical precision at whatever is trying to eat it. That is the closest thing to a flamethrower evolution has ever produced, and it is still not fire. In 500 million years of animal life on this planet, nothing has ever evolved the ability to ignite an actual flame. Not once. Now the body. 50,000 years ago, the first humans who arrived in Australia were not alone. Megalania was waiting for them, a monitor lizard up to 23 feet long, venomous, heavily muscled, moving silently through the same jungle those first humans were trying to survive in. Imagine standing in a forest with no weapons, no fire, no walls, and something the length of two cars slides out from the trees and looks at you. That was real. That happened, and the people it happened to had no word for what they were seeing, because nothing like it had ever needed a name before. And then 68 million years ago, a creature called Quetzalcoatlus owned the sky. Wingspan of 36 feet, wider than a fighter jet, as tall as a giraffe when standing on the ground, over 500 pounds, and it flew, not glided, actually flew. Researchers believe it launched itself by vaulting off its own front limbs, then sustained powered flight across hundreds of miles. A giraffe-sized flying reptile. That existed. That was real. So every single piece of a dragon has existed. Fire mechanism, massive venomous body, powered flight. Nature built every component. It just never combined them. And here is exactly why it never will. Count the limbs on a classic dragon. 4 legs, 2 wings, 6 limbs. Now count the limbs on every vertebrate that has ever lived on this planet. 4. Every fish, frog, bird, dinosaur, mammal, all trace back to one ancestor that crawled out of the ocean 375 million years ago with 4 limbs. In 375 million years, no vertebrate has ever grown a 5th or 6th limb from scratch. Not once. When birds evolved wings, they surrendered their arms entirely. Wings or arms. Nature has never once offered both. A 6-limbed dragon does not just break a rule. It breaks a rule that is held without a single exception for 375 million years. The physics runs out long before the biology does. And even if you somehow solved the limbs, flight already burns every calorie an animal has just to stay airborne. There is nothing left in that budget to also run a chemical furnace in its chest. Every rule broken at once, simultaneously. The dragon is not just impossible. It is impossible in every direction. So if dragons are this thoroughly forbidden, why did every human civilization independently invent the exact same one? Think about what your brain does when it senses something in the dark, something large, something that could kill you. It does not wait for information. It builds a picture instantly from every threat it has ever known and shows it to you all at once. Now, run that same process across millions of years of evolution. Big cats hunted your ancestors on the ground. Eagles hit from above without warning. Snakes came from everywhere and anywhere. 3 predators, 3 directions, 3 kinds of death. And somewhere deep in the primate brain, they stopped being 3 separate fears. They became one. Give that one fear a body. Give it scales and claws from the cat. Give it wings and the killing dive of the eagle. Wrap it in the long coiling threat of the snake. You have just built a dragon, not from mythology, not from imagination, from memory, from millions of years of being hunted, compressed into a single shape by a brain that needed one face for all of it. Nature never built a dragon because physics and biology made it impossible, but every human brain already contained one, assembled in the dark, from fear, long before anyone thought to draw it on a wall. The dragon was never an animal. It was a warning, built by evolution, carried in your DNA, passed down through every civilization that ever looked into the dark and needed a name for what might be looking back. When you pictured a dragon just now, was it the Western fire-breathing kind or something else entirely? Drop it in the comments because your answer might reveal more about your brain than you think.